And welcome to part 2 of our look at week 5 of the South Jersey football season. Marc Narducci and Phil Anastasia. Phil, battle of undefeated teams. Rancocas Valley going up against Lenape. Lenape might be one of the best defensive teams in South Jersey.
No question, Mark. I think this might be the game of the week. You know, you talk about sort of the irresistible force of the Rancocas Valley offense, averaging 41 points a game, against the immovable object, you know, the Lenape defense allowing 2 points a game. So obviously something has to give. Very, very important game in terms of the West Jersey Capitol. A lot of power points on the line. And this is a rivalry game. These guys played a great game last year. Lenape won in dramatic fashion. Matt Lagelli with a pass to Jake Topolsky to win the game late. RB really showed something that night. So I think this has got a chance to be a great game. Major implications. Two tremendous running backs on the field. Iverson Clement, Florida-bound recruit for RV, and JoJo Kellum from Lenape, a terrific back in his own right. So this really, I think, is the game of the week. Got a chance to be one of the best games of the regular season.
Yeah, Clement, by the way, 476 yards in 4 games, 7.1 average, and 5 touchdowns. One team that's been pretty surprising and maybe under the radar is Morristown is 4-0. The Quakers take on an undefeated Woodrow Wilson team.
Interesting thing about this game, Mark, 2 of the best junior quarterbacks in all of South Jersey. Morristown's Brian McMonigal, known more as a baseball guy. He's going to BC for baseball, but terrific quarterback, great arm. You know, and Woodrow Wilson's Nick Cargman. He's got a little bit of a shoulder injury, but, you know, he's been off to a great start for them. So 2 great quarterbacks. Wilson with some other guys, you know, some other playmakers in the King brothers and Hydeer Moore. But you're right, Morristown really been a surprise. Nick Cartwright Atkins Jr., all-purpose guy, has been a great playmaker for them. This is their chance really to take a step up and prove that they're really one of the better teams around. And a lot on the line in terms of the Royal Division here. This really might be the Royal Division title game. I know Triton and Bishop Eustace probably see themselves as spoilers, but in terms of what's happened so far, this is the title game in the Royal Division.
Yeah, both teams with a win over Highland, also one of the contenders in there. Then we go to an old rivalry, Pennsauken against Camden Catholic. And Phil, Camden Catholic's 3-0 and just keeps rolling.
It's amazing, Mark. You know, this weekend will mark the last time they lost to a South Jersey team. It was 3 years ago.
Wow.
They've won 25 in a row against South Jersey teams. Just rolling along this year. Marcus Hillman, their senior all-purpose guys, had a great year. But this is a rivalry game. You know, Camden Catholic always has a lot of kids from Pennsauken. These kids know each other. Pennsauken with the one slip against Triton, but they've actually had a very nice year. Actually, 2 very good years in a row for Pennsauken. Nazir Russell, junior running back, has been a terrific player for them. So this is a rivalry game. On paper, you're like Catholic, but you never know. And you know, both teams coming off byes. I think it's a chance to be a good game.
Yeah, and in the Liberty Division, it's Willingboro, a team that lost its first 2 but has won 2 in a row, against the Holy Cross team that Phil could, in all intents and purposes, wrap things up with a win.
There's no question. I mean, they're already with a win over Cinnamons, and there's a chance for Holy Cross, I think, to really tighten its grip on the top spot in the Liberty Division. But, you know, you have to watch this Willingboro team. It's almost shades of last season, Mark. Last season, 0-2 start. They get hot, they make the South Jersey Group 2 tournament, they knock off Haddonfield, and they take Cedar Creek to the wire, losing by a point. So it looks similar. Trey Green, senior quarterback, has been leading the way for them. Willingboro kind of got it going, but now here's a chance for them to really take the step up against a Holy Cross team that had the one slip against Haddonfield, but otherwise has played very well. You know, and is angling again to get this Liberty Division title kind of wrapped up, and also to position themselves for a good seed in non-public too. So, chance to be a real good game, I think.
What a great week for South Jersey football. We hope you go out and enjoy the games. For Phil Anastasia, Marc Narducci for Philly.com.